Hello, it's Malcolm here from createyourownbettingsystem.com and cyots.com and many other sites. In this video, I'm going to show you my short price selection process. Couldn't think of a better name, so I just left it at that. Which I have been watching since the 12th of October 2010. In this presentation, I will show you the results, the rules for the system, and a demonstration of the system using the Racing Post. So sit back, grab a coffee, and enjoy. It's free. So first of all, let's have a look at the results. This is the spreadsheet that I've been keeping since the 12th when I first started looking at this system. It's not that old, I haven't been doing it long, but I still thought it would be nice to share with you. Okay, so in October, we got about 6 selections, or in fact we did get 6 selections, and we lost on 1. Now we did start on the 12th, so we probably missed some other selections, which could have made that obviously a higher number. Interestingly, though, in November, we actually got 20 selections. So this is broken down into columns. We've got the date, the time. Sorry, there shouldn't be an O in front of that. It was during the conversion for some reason, but that's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 3:55, 2:30. This is the course, and obviously the runner. So all the information is there, so you can check it. These are the placings, and these are the decimal equivalents of the SP. So I've divided one by the other and got the decimalisation. Over those 27 selections, we've made a profit at SP of 4.86. So it's not particularly high, it's not particularly brilliant, but it is a profit. And interestingly enough, the average value of a winner is 0.39, or the average odds of the winner is 0.39. So you can tell by that it's not great. So I wonder if you bet early, you may be able to get a bit better price. Nearly all these runners seem to have gone down in price before the actual off, apart from 1 or 2. I mean, this one was a classic case of going upwards, but it's still 1. Whereas most of the others did come down in price. So I think what probably happens is, getting near the off, you get all these people following, the short price winners or the short price runners, and following everybody else, driving the price down. So if we get them early enough, maybe we can make some better profit on them. Okay, so there's the results. We next go on to the rules. Okay, so let's have a look at the rules. I'm calling it the short price selection process, for want of a better name. So we go to rules. Okay, rule 1. Rule number 1 is must have at least 3 tipsters tipping the horse from the Racing Post main naps table. In the later part of this video, I'll show you how to get there and how to use it, which is part of the press challenge and under the tipping section of the Racing Post website. It's a pop-up, and it's got a view of all the main tips coming from the tipsters. Rule 2, must have at least 6 tipsters tipping the selection under the Racing Post selection box. Now, I'm afraid that's the part you have to pay for. But it's about £7.50 a month, I think, for the Racing Post, and it's got a load of information on it. Rule number 3, it must be favourite in the Racing Post betting forecast with a price of under evens. So 10 to 11, 4 to 7, 8 to 15 are examples. You always find the left-hand figure will be lower than the right-hand figure if it's under evens. So they are the actual rules, and we will go next to actually using the Racing Post to find the selections. So here we are at the Racing Post website. The first thing that we need to do is click on tipping, like so. Then if you go down the table, I'll just bring it up, you'll see this launch naps table. So if we just launch that, and you can see that this is actually a table from all the main tipsters around the country for today, and these are their main naps from all the races. Now it's a bit difficult to look at in that view for what we need to do. So if we click on today's naps, you can see now that we have them in order of name. So for this demonstration, we're going to use dark lane. Okay, so if I just move that over there a little bit. Now we can see that dark lane is at the 4:30 at Kempton. So if we go to cards and we scroll down, there's only one race today, everything else has been abandoned, and we go to the 4:30 at Kempton. Okay, and we scroll up again. As we can see, this is the 4:30 at Kempton. Oh, look, highlighted all that. If we go down the bottom, now if you're following the system, you'll know straight away by looking at the betting forecast that dark lane is the favourite for today, but at 9-4 it's above evens and it's not below evens, which is what we're looking for. In fact, unfortunately today there are no selections, and that's how it goes sometimes. There may be 2 or 3 days without any selections and then you suddenly get a couple, but we'll still carry on and do the rest of it. So if we go to the selection box, you'll see straight away that dark lane has 8 tipsters saying that it's likely to win, or tipping it if you like. So we've got, post data, RP ratings, top speed and spotlight are all part of the Racing Post, but others like the Telegraph, Daily Mail, Daily Mirror, these are all the main tipsters from the biggest newspapers every day, and as you can see, quite a few of those are also saying it's got a good chance of winning. So that's all you really need to do. If that was 8, our minimum amount is 6. That's 8, so that's above that. And if that had been under evens, then we would have had a selection, but it's over evens, so we haven't got a selection. But that's how the system goes. So what we'll do is I'll just go over one more. As I said, there are no selections today, but at least we can have a look at another one and just see how it's done. So if we go down to, let's say, Iron Condor, which is at the 4 o'clock Kempton. On the Racing Post, you just have to go there and click 4 o'clock Kempton Park. And if we go up, now again, straight away we can see Iron Condor is not under evens, it's actually at evens. Now, you could argue that that might be a selection, but I suggest you look for runners under evens. You may want to test that. I haven't. My criteria is under evens, and that seems to be working quite well. But if these come in, that will give you a little bit more profit, obviously. Anyway, evens, Iron Condor. Clicked on the wrong one. If we go to selections, and you can see straight away, Iron Condor has 10 tipsters saying that it's got a good chance of winning. And you'll find that generally, the more tipsters are tipping this, the more likely that is to be getting close to evens or under. Normally 10, 12 would actually say it's got a good chance. So something in the Racing Post has said, look, it's only an evens runner, because when you think about it, there's only 5 runners, so it's not an outstanding runner. And that's exactly how you do it. If you want me to say why I think it works reasonably well, I think it's because we come from 2 angles. We're looking for quite a few tipsters in the selection box, tipping the actual runner. We're looking at least 3 in the naps table, which is quite a high number, and you'll probably find that most times it's 4, 5 or 6 that are actually looking at it. We're looking at the betting forecast from the Racing Post, which is pretty good at forecasting prices, and if that's under evens, we're looking at probably a really good winner. The problem is with this system, of course, is that these are well backed runners, and so the profit is going to be low, and that's why I think that the best prices are probably in the morning when you first select. So try and select as early as possible. You may even be able to get better prices on Betfair, but don't forget to include the 5% commission that you'll probably pay if you win. Apart from that, that's my system, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you want more of these types of systems, if you click the button below and join Create Your Own Betting Systems, or CYOBS as I call it, there's more systems, there's more information, and there's new ways of you actually finding out how to create your own systems, which will save you pounds in the long run from all the systems that you've paid for and never won with. Okay, thanks for listening, and I will talk to you soon.